You may remember a year ago, this time we were all dumping buckets, well maybe not all of us, but a lot of people dumping buckets of ice on our heads to raise awareness for ALS and raise some good money.
Yeah, and they did all those ice bucket challenges. Well, I caught up with Pat Quinn, the co-founder of the Ice Bucket Challenge, and here's an update for those of you who got involved last summer.
Good morning, Nora. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. So how has your life changed since the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge?
It's been a wild ride. I mean, I was diagnosed in March 2013, and I was just trying to be the best advocate, create awareness, pretty much do everything I could. And then last summer happened, and now we're talking much bigger ideas and plans, and pretty much trying to do everything we can every day to fight this disease.
You brought, through this Ice Bucket Challenge, awareness to a disease that a lot of people maybe hadn't talked about. Or you brought the words ALS or the word ALS to the mouths of people who would never even think about it. Did the success of the campaign surprise you?
Of course. I mean, it initially just started local in my town of Rochester, and before you knew it, it was everywhere. I mean, if anyone told you they knew what was going to happen, they're lying to you, because it was crazy. It just took wildfires. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
What about life for you since then? I mean, maybe we're not dunking buckets of ice over our head, but hopefully people are still donating to the cause. And you know, and when we say the cause, we're talking about research, right? We're talking about research for this disease on ways to combat it and create better treatments. What are the current treatments for people with ALS?
That's a major problem. Right now, there is none. There's no treatment. There's no cure. It's pretty much optional therapies here and there that you hear might work for some patients, doesn't work for others. It's very difficult. Every day people get weaker that have this disease, so time is very urgent, and that's why I'm here. That's why we're talking about ALS, and just more awareness will hopefully continue to build more support.
I mean, are we doing another Ice Bucket Challenge? I mean, how can you possibly top that?
It's amazing what happened last summer, so there's no goal of topping it, but we are in the works. We're planning on strategizing, doing everything we can to make sure it does happen again. The month of August will be hopefully another crazy summer where we're seeing a lot of ice buckets, but it's still being talked about. But definitely keep an eye out for the Ice Bucket Challenge to come back around.
That's wonderful. So we'll be seeing it again. People doing it, challenging each other to raise money for the funds. And that's really what it's about, is trying to find an effective treatment and, God willing, a cure, right?
Exactly. I mean, last summer really built hope and created momentum behind ALS. So we can't stop there. I mean, the disease is still affecting people every day, and that's why we're here. We're just going to try and do it again and build the funds, and within a matter of time, something will happen.
How do you stay strong? How do you stay strong, Pat?
A lot of different things. My wife keeps me going, my family, my friends. You have to keep a positive outlook. If you lose that positive mind frame, you're nothing. But friends, family keep me going, and that's pretty much where you start.
You start there and you go from there. Well, you know what? You really are, you've inspired people in ways that maybe you'll never know, or maybe people have been able to tell you. But the great thing is you're out there, you're talking about it, and I love that the Ice Bucket Challenge is back. Who knows, we may have to do another one here at the station. We had a lot of the on-air folks do it here, and I can only imagine that in August, a nice cold a bucket of ice over the head might actually be a great way to raise awareness and money, because it's not just about dunking each other in ice water, it's about raising that money.
100%. I'll be looking forward to your videos.
Every time I see that.
No! I know. It always makes me just think, I'm so glad I raised money in another way, but I didn't do the actual ice bucket challenge.
No, you didn't.
So,
I donated. I just had a baby,
I did too.
I thought
You're a little busy.
my body was undergoing enough torture. So
You've already been through enough.
but I kind of do wonder what it was like.
It was
You
cold.
did it.
I did do it. I did do it.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I was nominated by a friend, and I did it.
Great.
And it was cold. I thought I was all tough, like I can do this, and all of a sudden it hits you. It's like the back of your neck. Because you're usually, you're used to getting wet and cold water from the ankles up.
Yes.
You don't
It was
do
the opposite.
It was the opposite.
That's different.